Boy.
Alright, Troy.
Alright.
Play us in.
Alright. Play us in.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Oh, wait, that. Sorry, podcast.
Oh gosh.
So out of tune.
Josh, you should stick to drums.
So out of tune. Oh my gosh.
Stick to
It's
drums.
the guitar.
Alright. You guys ready to get into it?
Remind me one more time. We're talking about if we could play one first-person shooter. Or wait, is it one first-person shooter or one shooter?
One shooter.
First person
First
shooter.
person.
First person shooter.
First-person shooter.
First
Okay,
person.
that narrows it down.
That narrows it down.
Okay, and we're saying this is one game that we can play only. Like, it's the only first-person shooter we can play for the rest of our lives.
Yes.
But it's
Franchise or
not
game?
the only game we can play.
Only. Okay.
Franchise.
Franchise.
So whole Call of Duty franchise, whole Overwatch franchise, and we're talking
Whole
future and past. So
Overwatch
like
franchise.
yeah. Well, we're banking on potential.
Oh,
I'm thinking about it.
So like we're talking past.
So
present,
past,
and
present, future. Okay.
Because if it weren't that way, then Overwatch wouldn't stand a chance. Some other newer first-person shooters, Doom and stuff like that, wouldn't stand a chance against the likes of Call of Duty and Battlefield and whatnot. But
Okay.
I don't want to know you guys' opinions.
You don't want to know?
Let's get into it.
Okay. Wait.
Not
I
right
just
now.
want to know that I have all the details, but we'll get into it. Whatever. All right. I'm ready whenever you guys
Okay.
are.
All right. Who's introing?
Josh.
You mean intro?
Josh.
It's time,
Josh
young
is the
one.
intro man.
It's about that time. When do you want me to start?
You can start whenever, dude. Whenever you
He's gonna put this part in the video, okay? Before you even
It's all-
It is going
the
in the video.
bloopers. Give me the bloopers.
the B-roll. Go ahead, Josh.
Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome to the Forge Gaming Stream. We're here hanging out and got my boy Troy's and Judas, some familiar faces for you. Getting ready to kick it off. What's going on, guys?
What about your bro on your shoulder up there?
Oh yeah, I got my boy Noob Cakes. We're ready to rock and roll. Yeah,
Noob Cakes.
got some heavy opinions. There's a heavy hitter right here on the stream. It's a pretty big part.
What's up, guys? Quick disclaimer: I'm on my phone right now because my internet is garbage. Thanks AT&T. So if the quality is not as good as it normally is, I apologize. But
I got your backup.
So
Yeah.
whenever you guys see Judas clips, just know that it's not him. He doesn't suck that bad. This is internet.
yeah, exactly. Like
Shout
my
out to
past
Metro
couple
PCS.
losses. Yeah, shout out to Metro. Oh man. So Troy, you want to tell everybody what we're talking about here today?
All right. So, what I wanted to talk about was okay. So the question is, if you had to choose one first-person shooter franchise to play for the rest of your life, which franchise would that be? And so we're talking past, present, and future. So we're not just talking about the current games, not just the current first-person shooters, but not just those franchises, but like going back into the past, bringing those up, and also future. So we're thinking about the potential of first-person shooters, what the potential of where Call of Duty can go, the potential of where Overwatch can go, the potential of where Halo, all those other first-person shooters can go. So that's the question. So if you had to choose one first-person shooter franchise to play for the rest of your life, what would it be?
All right. So just to make sure everybody's clear, this is first-person shooters. So no Division, no Gears of War. It's strictly first-person shooters.
Strictly first-person shooters.
Okay. Also, Troy, I thought I wasn't going to be able to see you during this Skype session. Normally your camera shut
yes,
off
you
for this.
can.
Yeah.
Lucky
okay.
you.
Troy, I want to hear your opinion first.
You want to hear my opinion first?
Throw you under the bus real
Okay.
quick.
Throw me under the bus. All right. I'm going to have to go with Halo. I'm going to have to go with Halo.
Easy pick.
Past, present, and future.
What do you say?
Easy pick. No hesitation. Straight on it.
Oh, he's already thought about this.
Yeah,
This is his idea.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, you guys can totally agree with me if you want. That's fine. We'll go into other shooters
Sure.
too. But I mean, the reason why I think Halo 5, I mean Halo 5. Well, Halo 5 is the reason why I picked it. Halo 5 is probably my favorite Halo game. Is my favorite Halo game. Not my favorite campaign. But I think as far as multiplayer and all the other aspects of the game, the different game modes that they have in there, it's the whole package, man. It's everything that I want in a first-person shooter. And if you take the whole franchise as a whole, from Halo 1 to Halo 5, and this is including Reach and ODST. You got to throw those in there
right.
too. I think that's the franchise that I would want to play for the rest of my life. I think I can go back and play those campaigns all over again. I could play the multiplayer all day, every day, if I had to choose between anything else. That's my pick.
I'm surprised, honestly. Like, first of all, you're not as long time of a Halo player as me and Josh are. Because me and Josh have been playing since Halo 1, and you jumped in around, Halo 3?
Yeah, I jumped into Halo 3.
Yeah, so 360
End of
era.
Halo 2, Halo 3. Yeah, 360 era.
So, okay. That's definitely a good choice.
Part of me sees it just because of your versatility. Because you like a little bit of everything, and if you go from Halo 1, you have a little bit slower, you're working the pistol, you can kind of keep that long range. Halo 2, you got fast pace, it's pretty quick. Halo 3, you got a little quicker, but still, it was a different pace, and then Halo 5 now is just everywhere, like, you kind of get a little bit of everything from each Halo, so I can understand that with you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
All right, let's hear it, Judah. I want to hear you next.
Well, I'll admit I was a little bit torn, and I'm actually still a little bit torn between Halo and Call of Duty. And I know this is the bandwagon mobile that I'm jumping on here, but...
hop on it. Don't be ashamed.
No, I know. But here's the thing. I have never really on a podcast voiced my rant on the current state of these two games, because honestly, okay, I like Black Ops 3, but Advanced Warfare, the way that Infinite Warfare is looking, I'm not really hopeful for either Halo or Call of Duty's future. At least I'm not banking on it. I'm much more of a fan of each of those prior games. So, I love the old Halos and I love the old Call of Duties. So, with that, I think I would probably end up going Halo in the end. And I think that's mainly because along with the multiplayer, like you said, there's also the campaign aspect of it. And there's co-op on every single one of those campaigns. Whereas Call of Duty only has a couple of only a couple campaigns actually have co-op.
2.
Now, the other side of that is Call of Duty has, at least up till recently, had co-op modes, so zombies and whatnot. But I think what actually tips me the most is the amount of generated content coming out of Forge, because that could just be endless forever. So I think that it's very, very close between those two. But yeah, I think Halo would take the cake. I mean, Halo. I mean, Bungie as a whole is my favorite. Developer. And if Destiny didn't only have one game, and they'll probably only have 2 or 3 games all in all, I might pick one of those. But I think I'm gonna go with Halo.
Man, I'm amazed at both of y'all right now.
Are you? You could have guessed that with me.
No, I can guess it with you.
I've always been a Halo. Well, yeah, because whenever I think about co-op in general, about Call of Duty, I don't think about the campaigns. You think of co-op, you think of zombies, extinction, exo zombies, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think those have quite as much. I don't know. Those are more about aside from extinction, there's not an objective to it most of the time. I guess news zombies kind of do. But the campaign, you have a story with it. You know,
Yeah.
like the Halo
Very
3
true.
story, the Halo 3 campaign. I've not even, you know, over jumping here. I've probably played through that campaign like 70 times. I've gotten all the skulls, seen all the Easter eggs.
I love that.
I spent like a year and a half without the ability to play online multiplayer, so everything was just either custom games, Forge, or campaign, and I just play the crap out of it. I quote the whole script to it if I wanted to. You know, I know that game inside and out.
That'll be the next video.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go into that. I'm a Halo nerd for sure. I know way too much.
Well, I think one thing that we also failed to mention, keep kind of coming back to Call of Duty, is that there are more Call of Duties than there are Halos.
Sure.
You know, and Halo will probably never catch up.
Well, Call of Duty is on a yearly cycle, and I think it kind of shows. I think we actually talked about, I don't remember which podcast it was, but whether or not we preferred games that come out yearly with a little bit of progression, or games that come out every 3 or 4 years that have a lot of progression. Because every Halo is very, very different, but every Call of Duty is arguably, you know, really different than the next. But the advantage that Call of Duty has is that there's 3 developers of it.
Yeah, so they do have about 3 years
to
get their stuff together for their next game.
Because it's Activision and they can't.
All right, Josh, what's your
opinion?
I'm
torn because if you go back to like 16-year-old Josh, it would have been Halo easily. Just because we played Halo 2 for 4 or 5 years straight, and I remember just summers playing endless nights, just playing night after night, you know. But then getting Modern Warfare 2, yes, it was everywhere. It was great. But then like getting Modern Warfare 2, that was the first Call of Duty I played, and I fell in love with that game. And that was another one where we'd go team tac, and we'd have 4 of us, and we'd run like 20 game streaks, and it was nothing, you know. And now we have Overwatch, which is just I can't wait to see where that goes, and I think that's going to be one of my favorites overall.
That was gonna be, I thought that would be choice. That's what I expected Troy to pick.
Oh, you thought I was going to pick Overwatch?
I thought you were.
Look, and I still want to talk about it because I feel like out of all the first-person shooters that are out there right now, Overwatch has the most potential going into the future.
They've done something that we haven't had before. It feels like a computer game on Xbox.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
For sure.
It's definitely a game changer.
So, Josh,
we're going to look back at Overwatch and be like, that's where
Yeah. Josh, I want to hear what your answer is. I feel like you've got one.
Oh, man. But then we got Halo 5, which is... We went from Halo 2, which was my favorite, to 5, which is the most fun to play for me. Which is like easily I can sit down and play by myself and no problem at all. You know, like I have a blast with it.
The player's great, don't like the campaign.
No, not at all. But it's got to be Halo. I got to stick with y'all with this.
Halo?
Yeah, it's Halo. Wow. Between Halo 2 and 5.
Boys.
I know it's sad.
Here come the hate
comment. I did not see that coming. I did not see this coming.
Hey, I will say this.
I totally didn't see this.
I will say this. If Destiny had custom games, it would have been my pick. If Destiny had that been my pick. Because Destiny, in my opinion, Destiny has more to do than any of these games. But the fact that it's very restricted in the ways that you can do those things. You know, first of all, it's open world. None of these games that we're talking about are open world. You know what I mean? So also you got raids, you got Crucible, multiplayer, whatever. You've got weekly things going on. There was Sparrow racing for a while. You know, there's a lot of potential there. But if there was the ability to go in and just play with a specific group of friends in a multiplayer match, which is some of the most fond memories I have of Halo and Call of Duty, then that probably would have pushed me over to it. But like I said, I'm a Bungie guy. Man, Halo.
You give me another month with Overwatch, though. It may change.
I know.
You give me a little more time, a little more content. That may be.
Can I vote GTA 5 because it has a first-person view on it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we could totally throw GTA 5 in there because it does have first person.
I don't think that classifies as a first-person shooter.
You can't count the other. I would say you can't count the other GTA games though. It would be solely on 5 and the potential for its future.
Yeah, that's true. Man.
There's some games that missed the cut, man.
GoldenEye,
Battlefield,
007.
Yeah, 007. I was gonna
Go back to
Who's
Nintendo 64.
only for the rest of their lives?
Dude, there's some people out there that would would like to only play GoldenEye for the rest of their lives. There's some people who do that. They're totally stuck in Nintendo 64.
Still speedrun that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Like probably my uncles or something like that. Like they don't have they couldn't hang with me in Call of Duty or Halo or anything like that. But I bet you if I broke out the 64 and it was time to play GoldenEye, oh yeah, it'd be on. They'd probably destroy me. it'd be over before it even started.
Yeah, let's see.
I'll probably get the business.
Nobody picked Evolve. No.
No.
First person.
No one's picking.
Dead Island.
Oh my goodness.
Dead Island, it's not really a shooter.
At some points it is.
Nobody even mentioned Battlefield.
It's a first-person shooter before GTA.
If we're gonna start counting Dead Island, then we might as well throw Skyrim in there.
Oh, come on.
You got some bow and arrows. You got magic. You can throw magic and stuff like that.
Okay, I want to throw a twist onto this because we all picked Halo. One Halo game that you could only play. Let's say now we're narrowing it down to one of those games. Troy, I already know which one yours is. Halo 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Josh, you can play one Halo for the rest of your life.
For nostalgia's sake, we're going Halo 2.
Man. Really?
Yeah.
Look, I feel like I would get bored,
sticking with
dude.
it.
I feel like I would get bored after a while. After a couple of years, I'd be like, man, there's nothing else. I would be regretting my Halo 2 pick.
I would say,
I'd be like, man, I could have been playing Firefight.
I would say Halo Reach. Halo Reach would be mine.
Okay.
Great campaign, great multiplayer, and it introduced Firefight afterward. Yes, he did. It had Firefight in it.
Mm-hmm.
It did have Firefight.
So, if I had to only pick one, Halo 3 is probably my favorite, but if I'm judging on like the rest of my life, I can only play one of them. Yeah, it has to be Halo Reach. Alright, final thing I want to bring up just because it was so close on everybody's list. You can only play one Call of Duty game for the rest of your life.
Modern Warfare 2. Just throw me on Rust and let me go to town, that's it. That's all I need.
Oh,
We've got nukes. We've got nukes. That's all we need.
Modern Warfare 2. I don't know, man. How many times could I really play anything but the multiplayer in that game? Troy, what do you think?
You don't need it. You don't need it.
It was my first Call of Duty game that I started playing, World at War. I dig the style. I could have played that game forever. It has zombies in it. Can't beat that.
Yeah.
I mean, minus all the new cheating that's on it right now. You can't hop into a World at War game right now without like somebody like all the hackers. Their names are like taking up the whole screen. And stuff like that.
Yeah, all the colors.
But I would have to say, and I love the campaign for World at War. The campaign is awesome. It's excellent. You have Kiefer Sutherland, aka Jack Bauer from 24. He's excellent. He actually calls out for the multiplayer too, which is excellent. He's like, "Dogs coming right at us," and all that kind of stuff is great. I love his voice.
Yeah.
Good. What about you, Judah?
It'd probably be Black Ops 2. I think it'd be Black Ops 2. I honestly prefer Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3. Honestly, probably just because I prefer boots on the ground. But the campaign for Black Ops 2 is amazing. Zombies had...
Yeah.
Okay, Black Ops 3 is probably going to have more zombies maps than Black Ops 2 did. But Black Ops 3's maps for zombies are getting a lot of flack because they're too objective-based. Whereas Black Ops 2, you had what was the one in the prison? Call of the Dead? was it? Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead.
I know what you're talking
Mob
about.
of the Dead. You had that. You had Transit. You had all these other things. So I could definitely play that. You know. Plus, like I said, the campaign was great. So Black Ops 2 would be it.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough call. You know, we didn't even talk about Doom.
That's
Doom. The whole Doom franchise. Doom is fun. The new one, the old ones are good. The old ones are fun to play.
Ooh, Duke Nukem.
There we go. Now we're getting into it.
if you take away Duke Nukem Forever, then yeah. Get that out of here.
Oh man. All right.
Terrible game.
Well,
are there any first-person shooters that we're missing? Is there anything else? I'm trying to think.
Battlefront?
I'm trying to think of. Was that
Battlefront? I mean, that's along the lines of
Battlefront? Yeah.
Any other first-person shooters? Oh well, there's like Killzone, PlayStation.
Oh, Killzone.
I like Killzone.
The Sony fans are still waiting for the sequel for that one for the.
Good luck.
For a new Killzone to come out.
Look, I'm sorry, but if you're expecting a game and then E3 goes by and nothing happens, you're in pretty tough. That's why I'm still suffering from the No Skate 4 news. I'm just trying to hide my pain.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, Left 4 Dead.
I mean, if you're not going to count Dead Island.
Count it.
Well, Left 4 Dead is primarily a shooter before it's a melee game.
Mm.
Melee is like last resort. You don't go around with an axe and just killing zombies.
Right. Well,
yeah. With guns. And you have pistols, and there's unlimited ammo.
Oh, here's a question: does Portal count as a first-person shooter?
Yeah.
That's a strategy.
You have a portal gun.
Yeah.
That you shoot.
It's a strategy game.
You shoot it in first person. That's all three of the words.
It's a puzzle game.
Oh man, I think that's about all of it that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah. Battlefield got no love. We actually have Battlefield in the gameplay here.
I will say this: I have full intention of playing the crap out of Battlefield 1.
Yes.
I'll be on that for sure. So then I'll give my opinion.
I keep almost calling it Battlefield 5.
I keep on wanting to call it Battlefield 1942, but that was already made.
1942. Oh man,
right.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it. So, Halo wins.
Halo prevails.
3-0 Halo.
Who would have thought that three guys who
Long
primarily
live
game on
Master Chief.
Xbox One would guess Halo? Oh, it's okay.
Just to throw that out, just to throw this out there, I own a PS.
Oh, he does, and I own a Vita.
Just owning that. I used to own a Vita, and it got stolen yesterday. Literally. I also used to own an iPad that also got stolen yesterday.
Split.
And I also used to own a Nintendo DS, and that was also stolen.
Splatoon.
Splatoon. Hey, Splatoon. You know, I own Splatoon, and I have a Wii U, and the game's fun.
Sure. Yeah.
I bet it's very true.
The game's freaking
Yeah.
fun.
If you're 11 years old and can't play first-person shooters with blood in them,
put it in your top, Drew. Put it in your top. That's all you.
I was trying to find it. I can't find it here.
You can have it.
I do
You
own
can
a
have
Wii
it.
U.
It's fine.
Look, proof. Proof I own a Wii U.
you could buy a game without the console. You're gonna try to find
Made me look for crap.
Find your receipt. I want to see the receipt.
The Wii U is in the kids' room. But I actually do have. I have the Wii U controller here with the little screen on it.
Oh, okay.
So that way the kids, they can only play whenever I say they can play.
Right.
But Splatoon's fun. Throwing it out there. But I still hate you, Nintendo.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in for another episode of this. I know this one was a little bit offbeat, not really news related, but it was a fun little topic to talk about. Same question we talked about originally. First, only first-person shooter you can play. Drop it in the comments which one you think would be the one that you could stick with for the rest of your life, and let us know.
Yeah.
So.
We'll also have a poll up there too.
Yeah.
We'll have a poll over here in the little card thing up at the top.
Where whatever that ends up being.
On your screen. Click on that little eye, and it'll drop, and
There
you can
go,
vote.
Josh. All right. Well, guys, thanks for stopping by. Subscribe for a whole lot more every single day, and we will all see you guys online.
Peace. I can't believe we all picked Halo. I almost want to take.
I should have gone
my pick back
Overwatch.
I almost went Destiny after I heard that. I almost went.
You know what, Judah? You messed me up, Judah. If you would have went first and went ahead and picked Halo, I probably would have picked something else.
Really?
I probably would have picked Overwatch.
Really? I thought
I probably would have picked Overwatch.
you said Call of Duty was debatable.
Call of Duty. I think Overwatch is debatable too because it's
Look,
because of its potential.
This is all Josh's fault because even after 2 other people picked Halo, he still decided to go and pick Halo.
My heart
You
was
could've
set.
Wait, you know what? I had a feeling that Josh was gonna pick Halo because I know that him and his friends, they used to go over somebody's house or whatever and play Halo.
You know that's my favorite game. I grew up.
I know it's your favorite,
but you picked
Troy.
Halo anyways.
I blame Troy.
This is Troy's idea.
It's selfish.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even think about it. I mean, I'm the one that came up with the subject, but I never took the time to think about what game I liked the most.
I was on the edge.
So I was kind of put on the spot, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go screw it. I probably would go with. I mean, I love Halo 5.
Yeah.
If I had to play a game for the rest of my life, it would probably be Halo 5. There's so much content. It's ridiculous, and it's free content.
We all, yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh, we never even mentioned Titanfall.
Oh, Titanfall.
We never even mentioned Titanfall.
Yeah. Hey guys, Titanfall. Titanfall is fun.
Just put that randomly in the middle of it.
We're still recording. We'll throw it on there.
Just like randomly patch it in. Titanfall's fun. Next
Dude, I almost recorded Titanfall footage for the podcast.
Awesome.
And I totally forgot to mention
Good
it.
thing you didn't.
So you did Battlefield. We didn't hardly talk about Battlefield.
Look, I'm sitting here trying to look at my games. I'm like looking, trying to figure out like which ones. Look at this.
Wow.
Jeez.
Call of Duty this, Call of Duty that, Call of Duty this, Call of Duty.
Whoa.
When you own every. Oh, Josh. You
Oh
messed
my
it up.
gosh, I'm screenshotting that.
Is it bad that I almost threw Call of Duty Ghosts into there as my one Call of Duty?
What? No,
Yeah,
that's
As my one Call of Duty
outta
game
here
to
with
play.
That is bad.
First of all,
What?
okay,
No.
Troy, honestly, how many hours do you think you put into Extinction?
I put a lot of hours in Extinction. I put a lot, but Ghost isn't coming before Modern Warfare 2.
No, not before that, but because of overall content, like I put hours into squads. I hit 9th prestige in that game, which is more than I put in any other Call of Duty game.
Gosh.
Dude, you know what I forgot about Modern Warfare 2?
What?
Is that it had the whatchamacallit mode in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't zombies, it was another kind of mode where you could...
No, it was
yeah.
you
The
could,
tactical stuff.
it was in Modern Warfare 3. It wasn't Modern Warfare 2.
no?
Modern Warfare 2 had the Spec Ops thing.
Yeah, Spec
Remember you could like race in the jets, or not the jet skis, the snowmobiles.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. The Spec Ops were fun. They were just short.
Spec Ops. Yeah, Spec Ops. All new cooperative Spec Ops mode.
Because they had the plane one.
But
That's what I
the
remember.
plane one. That was like the first one, wasn't
Doing
it?
that one on like veteran. People were like
yeah,
trying
I think
to speed through it.
It was called Big Brother.
Look, we all have to. You know what we should do? Everybody go grab a copy of Modern Warfare 2.
I don't even know if I could find mine. Golly.
Josh, you still have your 360?
Yeah.
We should all get Modern Warfare 2, and we should do a. Freaking yeah.
watched this like 6 months ago too.
I'm done with it. Just wait.
Look at this, dude.
I'll add it.
Call of Duty 4. In the book for Modern Warfare. So I'm gonna pick my Call of Duty 3.
Incredible.
I don't know. It probably never will. I feel like Modern Warfare
Which is better at delivering an Infinity Award. In 3 years? The sequel to the best-selling action first-person action. The sequel to the best-selling first-person action game of all time.